Hey all, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. I'm back from the wars, which is to say, HFC All-Stars, our charity marathon for 2023, is done and dusted, and in the end, we ended up raising, out of a possible 5k, $5,800, so thank you all so much for your support. That was a long couple of weeks. Let me tell you, going forward, we're probably only going to do a week in terms of like a marathon and whatnot, but that's then, and this is now. We're going to be starting the second visit today, so expect each video for at least a little while to cover just like one whole visit and whatnot. Nice and simple.
Yeah, we have to go back and solve all their problems for them. God knows they can't take care of anything themselves.
Indeed. Just be thankful that when we landed here, they weren't starting Mulan 2.
Yeah, I know. I was actually fixing to say, I'm like, man, if these covered those awful DVD sequels, that would suck.
I mean, it would make it more interesting than what's happening here, because whereas like Kingdom Hearts 3 had longer worlds, they had complete stories. Like, you did more, it took longer to beat them. Here they've just kind of split the whole thing in two, so it seems longer, but realistically it's probably a little bit less than how long it takes to beat Worlds in 3.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're not exactly going to any new locations most of the time. I don't seem to recall if any new ones open up on the second visit.
I guess you could say this is where they start to introduce more of the organization into the worlds, which again, with 3, they were just there, you know, they were doing their own thing, it was more involved. Here it just seems kind of very... I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, cut up, shall we say, but I don't want to seem like I'm being overly negative here. Some second visits are actually more interesting than the first. Not sure if this is one, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
I'm going to be honest, because it has been so long since I've touched Kingdom Hearts 2, I don't remember all of the second world visits, so maybe I'll be rediscovering this with you for the first time in a long while.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I have watched quite a few randomizer runs of KH2 Final Mix in the interim, since we last visited the second visit to... China World, sorry, kinda got my words mixed up there. Whatever, I'm just expecting Sonic music is what I'm trying to say.
As long as they don't go to Death World, that wouldn't be a very good world, I think, to go to for them. Especially for Donald, poor guy.
Which Death World are we talking about here? There are many underworlds in fiction.
The one by Harry Harrison, author of the Stainless Steel Rat series. None of y'all have fucking read those books, I know that.
I know Disney doesn't own it, but it could be Grim Fandango. I think Manny as a party member would be pretty fun.
That'd be great, but no, I mean, that would be neat, but they already have, you know, The Nightmare Before Christmas, and again, well, no, they have LucasArts, don't they? Do they own Grim... look, I don't know about the license. I should really play that game, actually. So, Smoothies was talking about it so highly, and
the remastered version is very cool. You can switch between graphics. There's a commentary track for those freaks that like to hear other people talk over established properties.
Kind of made a small effort recently to go back to games that I never enjoyed as a kid. Like, a while back, not too long ago, you know, I beat Super Metroid for the first time. Now I'm doing A Link to the Past. So I don't know what others I may end up exploring as part of this.
I believe the term is avenging your youth. Copyright Dan Video Games Gigaboot 20-something or other. But yeah, I've been finishing off games that I never completed as a child. I can't remember the last one, but the last game I beat was actually Hi-Fi Rush, which got shadow dropped to great acclaim, and it is pretty fantastic, I've got to say. It will be on my Game of the Year list, but I'm not exactly sure what number it will take, because there's still plenty of games to come out this year, Jesus Christ!
No, 2023 has actually been a super good year for games. There's been a lot of good shit coming out, I have to admit. I actually have Hi-Fi Rush, I have not loaded it yet. I was going to start Cyberpunk, but I was waiting for Phantom Liberty to come out, which I'll buy eventually. Fuck it, I don't know. And, I also, speaking of 90s games, I bounce off super hard when it comes to computer RPGs. Baldur's Gate 1, I didn't do so hot with. I tried a bit of Baldur's Gate 3, wasn't really my speed, but I hear there's a lot of good things about it, so I'm glad, Baldur's Gate fans have that particular bone to chew on.
Oh man, I was watching a bit of Pat Stairs playing Baldur's Gate 3. It seems like the type of, world I would love to get into. I've always wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons. It's just the amount of numbers involved chews my brain to pieces. So sadly I am too smooth-brained for that sort of gameplay. But one day I will master my fear and the numbers will be mine. 2 plus 2 will equal 4. I will make that arrangement.
I guess if you're going to start tabletop role-playing games, you may as well start it with 5e. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm not a big D&D fan. I've tried a few editions. I just can't get into it, personally. I'm more of, the story, supers, fantasy, urban fantasy kind of stuff for that. I do agree that Baldur's Gate 3, it can be a little intimidating to get into because of the way it approaches the rules and combat and things like that. So I'm hard-pressed to think of a good starter D&D game to get into. I'd say Dark Alliance, but don't play the fucking new one. Oh my god.
No. Oh, treasure chest. This room is actually filled with chests. It's a great place in the rando run to maybe find a proof or two.
Yeah, let's see if Spar gets them all.
Ooh, he done well better, because he's going to get such a bitching in the group chat if he don't.
It's a good thing they didn't have to pay Pat Morita back there to say anything, so...
He'll be speaking later, but for now we will just have to deal with silence. Not even a text-based scene. They didn't want to write for the Emperor here. And yes, of course, the guy we're chasing is obviously Riku. No one else uses a sword that edgy, at least at this point.
Man, nobody else has ever worn a black coat like that ever in the series. It definitely must be Riku.
Hang on. My SAS meter, it's off the charts right now. Jesus, we need the anti-SAS medication.
Your SAS meter should be at max every single time we do a commentary. You know that's how I roll.
Look, I've gone through so many over the years. I've tried, making upgrades, adjustments to them, so it doesn't explode the second you start talking, but alas, there's only so much technology can do.
Wasn't there a gag in The Simpsons where I think it was comic... No, it wasn't Comic Book Guy, it was Frink, and he had a sarcasm meter, then Comic Book Guy said something sarcastic, and then the thing just fucking exploded.
Oh, a sarcasm detector. That's a really useful invention. Anywho, we just got to beat up a dragon here. And it's funny, during the HFC All-Stars KH2 FM Rando run, we encountered Storm Rider, I believe it's called, in the location where you actually fight the Lingering Will. That's the name of the dude, by the way. Terra in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix.
Yeah.
We couldn't remember his name for the life of us, but not a great place to fight the dude, because the area is just, far too big. Here there are, walls set up, so he doesn't go out of bounds, and we very nearly lost that, but thankfully Michael Mouse came in clutch more than once.
I mean, it is pretty neat that he showed up in that arena, because it does, outside the walls thing, obviously being a problem, it does sound like a cool area to have that particular boss fight, but yeah, no, I understand it could be a little stretched down. You don't exactly have the Kingdom Hearts 3 mechanics to help you out there.
Alright, gotta take out the towers, gotta take out the horses. If this was the rando, we probably could have had some, end-level magic by now. They would all just explode.
It's just us talking over them fighting a lot, so please understand if we're a little... It's been a bit, we obviously have to get back into the groove, and they're not giving us much to work with at the moment, so we just have to get our way back in here.
Hey, you'll say it outright. I just kind of imply it, really, by waffling and hope no one catches on to how anxious I am.
Speaking of waffles, listen, I ain't got nothing else to talk about. Speaking of waffles, I'm not really much of a waffle fan. I don't know how people can, have that for breakfast. I don't know, I just never got into it. It just doesn't, it's not really that tasty.
Well, it's funny, because when you say waffle, that's obviously something different to, a UK potato waffle.
Is it? Okay, look, I haven't studied UK waffles. I'm gonna assume it's still the little disc that you press down and then it makes the little gap. I don't know how the fuck to describe a waffle, I just realized.
That sounds more like a pancake to me.
Well, I mean, no, there's little grooves in it where they pour in, like, the syrup, you know, for that. And you can have, like, chocolate waffles and other fruit waffles, so, I don't know.
See, that's a very American thing, having chocolate with breakfast.
Although, you know, we were talking about, back in Pokemon Sun, like, digestive biscuits thing, you know, and they're just, like, chocolate. They can be chocolate sometimes. It's just fucking cookies, dude. Come on.
Yo, we're all Spider-Man now.
Yeah, he's gonna show up inevitably.
See, I'm fine with that. Spider-Man can show up, we'll go swinging about with the Keyblade and whatnot. Shit, Sora had a whip in the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, which he used to grapple onto stuff.
I just realized this now. This was supposed to call back to the training scene in the movie where she has to climb the pole and get to the top. I just realized that now, literally 20 years later.
It's not your fault that the game decided not to include that scene.
You know, it was weird they were climbing up, clearly like Spider-Man, when I think she sort of spread her arms out, because, come on, you try fucking scaling up a smooth surface like that with your bare hands.
Really?
Wait!
Riku? Is that you?
I mean, you're taller, lankier, must be the same.
Riku? Oh? No, never heard of him.
Well, you will, trust me. We'll hear about you soon enough.
Mushu, you incredible prankster, you. Where are you? Fuck off.
I still love that. He just kind of pulls a fucking fake out and just ducks behind them. I still like that.
Pay close attention to Zigbar's dialogue towards the end of the game, by the way. We talk about, well, Helldragon talks about Nomura writing as he goes, but there is some very telling dialogue in there. Maybe only so in hindsight, but anywho, keep your finger on the triangle button, otherwise the snipers will go to town on you.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I will have to see how like the dodge roll kind of comes into play when we do fight Zigbar, because that's the thing I definitely wanted the most when I fought him in the vanilla version of Kingdom Hearts 2. But again, you know, Final Mix has all these additions, so I'm looking forward to that, actually.
There we go. Meanwhile, the Emperor's just sitting inside, like, what the hell is going on out there?
A big fucking racket. I don't know, so far we've been very good at fighting enemies in boxes, I realize. It's made this visit to this world very productive.
When you realise that a lot of Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2, I would say more so Kingdom Hearts 2, is fighting enemies in box-shaped rooms, you'll never be able to unsee it.
I mean, that's not necessarily bad.
No.
I mean, even a lot of modern games do that kind of thing where, I mean, if the environment is interesting and diverse, like, for example, the Doom 4, Doom Eternal, there's a lot of fighting in box-shaped rooms, but I mean, if the environment is interesting and the enemies are varied, you know, that can still be fun.
Yep, that's Riku, alright. Jesus, Sora, throw your friend under the bus, why don't you?
Well, clearly it was Clarabelle. You know, she's very rude sometimes.
I didn't realise she had the power to travel through the dark corridors.
Listen, look, the things I could tell you about Clarabelle, alright, it would blow your tiny little fucking mind.
Wait a minute, there was an X in her name all along, it was just silent.
Yeah, you're not supposed to pronounce that.
Shag, stay here and do absolutely nothing.
Yeah, we don't want to animate you swinging your sword again. So, they killed, like, all the other guards, I'm guessing, right?
I would assume so. It's either that or they're in the team room right now, just, you know, yucking up.
Yeah, we can't animate those on screen. We still gotta deal with the PS2 technology.
Bit weird for this Chinese dynasty to have pages of a book that would only be in print in a Western country, like hundreds and hundreds of years from now.
Well, now I'm starting to think when they invented printing, and when that was either invented in China or brought over to China.
Well, I mentioned, like, throwing Riku under the bus and no one said anything, so clearly there's some anachronisms going on here.
Yeah, no, I don't think ancient China had magic fantasy darkness dragons. No, I don't think so.
Well, they had legends of them, but this is like going back to the whole Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword thing, where it's meant to be the first game in the timeline, but there's already, like, fucking temples, like, down on the surface.
Look, I try not to really think super hard about the Legend of Zelda timeline. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't care. You know, I just like playing Zelda-type games. The 2D top-down ones, I can't really get into the 3D ones, though. I don't know why.
Probably a whole space issue, I guess. Anywho, time to take out a dragon. Did we call this guy Derp Dragon, or was it some other dragon?
No, I'm pretty sure this was Derp Dragon.
Oh, memories. Back when our memes weren't quite as sharp, but, I don't know, maybe we had a little bit more life in us.
Again, I remember usually having a hard time getting up here. You know, of course, if you can hang on consistently, you're able to do good damage. If you fall out, that's getting up. It's a pain in the ass because you gotta like ride the winds. And again, I don't know if Final Mix has any new tricks that allow you to get up on this guy's back easier.
Yeah, that's what was troubling us when we were fighting him in the rando run. We couldn't actually jump high enough to get onto his back.
Oh, did they not generate like tornadoes in order to do that?
The tornadoes were there, it's just like they weren't taking us high enough for some reason, so we were at the mercy of this guy doing this right here. And let's just say he didn't do it very often, so we were there for like 15 minutes.
Ugh. Yeah, no, I can see why that's a pain in the ass.
Appreciate you staying down for so long, my matey.
In Kingdom Hearts 3, I know it's been, you know, literally not that long since we did it. The dude that we fought in the Pirates world, you know, in the sky, was that also a dragon?
No, I think that was a bird, mate.
Well, I can't keep track. They're wings, mouth, they're practically the fucking same.
Yeah, an owl and an eagle, exactly the same thing.
Now, my question is, are you going to finish it off the same way you did last time, or spar, I should say?
Well, I don't know. This is my first time watching this footage, Mr. Man.
Oh, gotcha. Because I remember we did like a slide vertical toss, I think, to defeat him last time.
Ooh, yeah, very cool, baby. Come on, Spar, be stylish, don't go for the functional finish.
You don't give a dragon bombs, it does not really pan out for my favor.
Functional finish it is.
Well, sometimes you have to take what you get, you know?
I'm not disappointed. I'm just fucking livid.
I'm not disappointed, I'm just really disappointed.
Ah, no, I gave them thunder even though my element's thunder. What a world.
I die being not too aerodynamic. Oh no, he's slowly coming down. Oh my god.
Just a pile of jelly where they were before.
Just gave him just enough room to despawn the model, which was nice of them.
Ooh, romance. Not in my Kingdom Hearts game.
Ew, girls!
You know, I'm not trying to say anything about Nomura or his likeness to George Lucas, but the one time Sora and Kairi got close, Sora fucking died.
That's true, now that I think about it.
Yeah, he disappeared and wound up in Shibuya.
That you wish.
Well, you say a guy in black came to see you. What did he say?
That's it?
That is all you request?
He specifically said in Chinese, I am not Riku, and then I couldn't talk to him because that was the only term in Chinese he knew.
Oh, this is the second video game in a while to be all about dragons. First one is probably my game of the year.
And they are the source of many gifts to both man and
That's Tears of the Kingdom, just in case you were confused.
Look, I mean, again, I haven't even played Breath of the Wild because I don't want to pay $60 for like a, what is it, a 5-6-year-old game at this point? And also, I just am lazy and I haven't gotten around to it.
That's fair.
Listen, if it's not on my computer, I ain't doing shit with it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You're more a PC gamer, I get it.
I was about to.
Look, I had to end up that way, alright? Because consoles are hard to keep up with. A lot of AAA games are fucking trash. Well, a lot of them. I mean, some of them are good, but, you know, I'm more of an indie guy these days, and it's just more convenient, you know? Because I'm in front of my PC 24/8, so...
Wow, an extra day.
yeah, I know, I gotta make up for lost time at work.
No idea.
So TLDR, Riku came to warn the Emperor about stuff, but he said don't worry because 3 schmucks are going to be here, and the schmucks came, they took care of business, big bang boom.
Well, that was worth coming back a second time.
Well, I mean, we had to be here, the dragon was here, Zigbar was causing trouble.
Yes, my dear, what is it?
Could the captain have a vacation, please?
PTO, we don't have that yet.
I believe I will have to create a new term to describe this. A booty call. No, Farmulan, you may not have a booty call with Captain Shaq.
Responsibility is to protect the Emperor.
Crane is here too.
No, I'm not going to be able to pay attention to anything, boys. A good job it's the end of the part.
What?
2 reeds together are stronger than 1. But the choice is yours alone.
Keep in mind, if you pick the wrong choice, you are fired immediately.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
And I mean out of a cannon.
It's very smelly in here, I'm sorry.
I miss Riku so fucking bad, you got no idea.
And that other girl, I guess.
Yeah, and her, and the rest.